A new Florida law that will make it harder for convicted animal abusers to own pets again. Plus, the city of Sarasota extending its state of emergency for the 6th time due to red tide. And the county of Sarasota ranks high in the number of pedestrian deaths in the state. What law enforcement plans to do about it. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Topping our news tonight, 2 more women are coming forward accusing Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct. Since we last saw you, a 4th and 5th accusation has been made, one by a woman from Colorado and the other by a man in Rhode Island on behalf of a close acquaintance. Both accusations were anonymous, coming in hours after President Trump strongly defended Kavanaugh in a press conference.
This is one of the highest quality people that I've ever met, and everybody that knows him says the same thing. And these are all false to me. These are false accusations in certain cases. This is a big con job.
Tomorrow, Arizona prosecutor Rachel Mitchell will question Brett Kavanaugh and his first accuser, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. Preventing sex crimes and locking up sexual predators has been the cornerstone of Mitchell's career as a prosecutor in Arizona for decades. Here in Florida, those who abuse animals will soon face harsher penalties under a new law. Ponce's Law is named after a 9-month-old Labrador Retriever puppy that was found beaten to death in Volusia County last year. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us now in studio with more details on this law. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, good evening. This law will go into effect next week. Many animal lovers say it's long overdue.
Pamela Marrero-Fromm is someone who is happy to hear about a new Florida state law where those who abuse animals will face stricter penalties. She was at 17th Street Paul Park in Sarasota with her dog Molly. Folks we caught up with at the park are all in favor of this law.
I'm thrilled. I'm glad. I wish it was stiffer, but I'm glad that they're doing something.
Under Ponce's Law, a judge will now have the power to bar someone convicted of animal cruelty from owning a pet. It also makes it more likely that an offender would go to jail and have a longer jail sentence. Karen Slumba is Executive Director of Animal Welfare League of Charlotte County and Port Charlotte. It's a place that has all kinds of animals up for adoption, including dogs, cats, kittens, rabbits, and even a pig. Slumba was one of the people involved in lobbying for this law.
Anything that we can do to keep people from doing that kind of thing to animals who are so defenseless.
Slumba tells us her no-kill shelter does take in abused animals. She says it's something that's devastating to see firsthand.
We work with the animals and try to gain their trust when they have been abused. It often takes a long time. We're really grateful for our volunteers because our volunteers spend a lot of time with the animals.
For Marrero-Fromm and so many others at the 17th Street Paul Park, they're hopeful this law will help keep animals much safer.
They're family members. Once you have a dog for a while, it's like having a family member.
And Florida lawmakers did pass this measure earlier this year. Ponce's Law goes into effect this Monday, October 1st. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. A fishing restriction has been extended to next spring as the state tries to limit impacts from red tide along the Gulf Coast. Today, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission agreed to extend the executive order imposing a mandatory catch and release rule on redfish and snook until May 10th. That order has been in place for about a month from Anna Maria Island all the way down to Naples. It was set to expire next month, but now it will be reviewed by the commission next May. FWC says the action was taken with an abundance of caution.
I certainly hope that the message is catch and release means you can still catch them, and you can. If you go out in those waters, you'll see it's patchy. There's places to still catch fish. We just want to make sure we're returning them back to, back to the water to help with the recovery.
The commission also announced it is immediately ending the scallop season in northwest Florida's Gulf County, where red tide has recently appeared. The city of Sarasota is extending its state of emergency for the 6th time since it was put in place back on August 15th due to the red tide. They'll continue to receive funding through a subgrant from Sarasota County in the Florida Division of Emergency Management that helps assist with costs for day laborers and necessary personnel to help clean up dead marine life. The city says that they plan on extending the state of emergency for as long as they need to. Meanwhile, the lingering red tide in our area impacting yet another Suncoast tradition. The Sarasota Skiarees were planning to start their season this Sunday, but the president of the ski team says that could change because of persistent red tide. The team has had to cancel some practices over the past few weeks because there has been dead fish in the bay where they perform. The team will make the call this Saturday on whether or not they will perform on Sunday. And let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. And Bob, I know you had mentioned that red tide kind of extending further north from us as well.
Yeah, it has been. It's been on the move northward right now. And in fact, you'd mentioned that redfish and also snook band goes up to Anna Maria Island. Well, actually, it's been extended northward now up toward Pasco and Hernando County border. So it's extended many miles northward. So you used to be able to fish in the bay here, Tampa Bay, and catch redfish and snook and keep them, but they can't do that anymore either. What we have is some storms still lingering. That sea breeze really penetrated inland. We had more of a south to southeasterly wind today, so we didn't get the convergence set up near the coast, and that sea breeze was able to penetrate well inland. And it's still active tonight, especially in Hillsborough County. We had some storms near the Nathan Benderson Park earlier tonight. They did have the skiarees out there, and we also had some fireworks. They got off, but there was some danger at times of that lightning moving on through. But all in all, the heavier showers inland are starting to wind on down. But boy, a tremendous amount of rainfall in the eastern sections of Manatee County, and also a lot of lightning. Still a light rain lingering near Northport and to the east. You're seeing a few lightning strikes there, but all in all, things are fairly quiet near the coast. One or two could pop up with some outflow boundaries through the next couple of hours. 76 right now, and the winds out of the east-southeast at 7 miles an hour, bringing that rain-cooled air into the coast, and that's nice. The dew point is at 72. The pressure has actually been rising at 30.09. Well, I just vanished just like that. We're getting close to Halloween, where I will vanish, but nonetheless, you can see this looked rather impressive earlier. We had a very large area of convection. Now it's disorganized. Reconnaissance aircraft has been flying into Kirk and found that it's weaker, and that's good news. Well, more on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. In first alert traffic tonight, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office cracking down on traffic crashes, all in an effort to fight a statewide statistic. The county ranks in the top 25 counties in Florida for traffic crashes, ending in serious or fatal injuries to pedestrians and bicyclists. To help protect you and your family, sheriff's deputies will be taking part in a high visibility enforcement initiative from now through May of next year. The focus will be on areas that are prone to crashes. That includes Clark Road from Bronx Avenue to South Tamiami Trail, US 41 from Business US 41 to Jacaranda Boulevard, the intersection of Bee Ridge and Beneva Roads, and the intersection of Beneva Road and Bay Vista Street. Well, we also have more information about a deadly traffic accident on State Road 70 today. Troopers say Marco Aviles was driving west near Mayaca City when he lost control of his car, rotating counterclockwise into the opposite lane. He died in the crash, and his passenger survived but was seriously injured. The driver and passenger in the car that got hit also taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Sarasota police are investigating a crash involving a pair of school buses. It all happened shortly before 9 o'clock this morning at 17th Street and US 301. Police say one of the buses rear-ended the other. One bus was stopped at a red light. The other was going less than 5 miles per hour. The bus that was hit had 26 McIntosh Middle School students on board. The other bus had 10 students from Oak Park School.
All of the students are totally fine. In fact, luckily for us, all of the students were in their seats as they should have been done properly. But for the most part, there's minimal damage done to the buses.
Parents were notified about the accident, and other school buses were sent to the scene to take those students back to school. Parkland school shooting suspect Nicholas Cruz back in court today for a status hearing on his death penalty case. Today, Cruz's lawyers asked a judge to allow additional interviews of hundreds of witnesses rather than relying on written statements or other documents. The judge agreed to allow only one to be interviewed so far, saying that effort was premature. Supervisor of Elections Ron Turner is urging Sarasota County voters to vote by mail in the November general election. This will allow enough time to consider the numerous contests on the 17-inch long two-sided ballot. In addition to dozens of races, Turner says the ballot will also contain multiple questions, including 12 proposed amendments to the state constitution and 6 county and 2 municipal charter questions. A request for a vote-by-mail ballot may be submitted online at sarasotavotes.com or by phone. Now, the deadline to ask for that ballot to be mailed is 5 p.m. on Wednesday, October 31st. A lottery ticket worth more than $100,000 set to expire. The deadline to claim that top prize tonight at midnight. The winning Quick Pick ticket was sold at a Publix in Miramar and was drawn back on April 13th. Players who may have purchased from that store are encouraged to check their tickets. That number is on the bottom of your screen right there. If no winner comes forward, that money will roll down and be shared among players who match 4 of 5 or 3 of 5 winning numbers. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, the city of Northport continues to grow, how the city is adjusting its budget to meet the needs of its growing number of residents. And why doctors say the perfect time to get your flu shot is right now.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC7, weekdays starting at 5.
Students at the Sarasota Military Academy are doing their part to help victims of Hurricane Florence. The charter school is partnering with Paws and Warriors and Camp for Heroes, collecting non-perishable items to be given out to first responders and community members in North Carolina affected by the hurricane. Donations will be collected at the high school campus from now until October 4th between 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. and also at the middle school campus from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. But we all know, Bob, that they could really use the help there.
Yeah, as we went through it last year, you know, Florida and now North Carolina, South Carolina, devastation up there as a result of hopefully the last storm that hits the United States, but we still have 2 months to go. 2 months in a couple of weeks. Anyway, here's what's going on with our weather tonight. Nothing to talk about as far as tropics go here nearby. Just a beautiful, gorgeous sunset and calm conditions out there, at least on Sarasota Bay near downtown Sarasota. You see that afterglow looking just spectacular right there, and lots of photos sent in tonight as well, as always. And we appreciate all the photos coming in. We'll go back to that one. We just missed that one right there, but here it is again. We'll show it to you. Well, we missed that, but we'll show you this one. This one was sent in from Cindy Desmond, the afterglow as well, from the Celery Fields. And Norm sending this one in from the World Rowing Championships going on out there at Benderson Park, and they had some nice fireworks, so the weather cleared for that, and Mother Nature had her own fireworks. Stone Castle getting this interesting shot of the lightning going up into the sky as opposed to down. That is cloud-to-cloud lightning that you see right there, and there was quite a bit of rainfall, especially lightning inland. Look at that, just a tremendous amount as a result of the south to southeasterly wind. That sea breeze moved further inland today, and the convergence set up well east of the interstate. Still some storms lingering into Hillsborough County, also now into Pinellas County. Rainfall totals were pretty impressive once again in eastern sections of Sarasota and Manatee counties. This model suggests you may be overdone there, but there's still some storms could be lingering for the next couple of hours. Generally fair skies, though, expected overnight. Low temperatures will be close to seasonal averages into the mid-70s. We'll start off tomorrow looking pretty good. Some sunshine. Temperatures will once again warm, though, into the upper 80s. It'll feel like 100 degrees by, say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then showers and storms will have a tendency to be inland again, but there will be some near the coast later on in the afternoon and evening. So your Thursday planner for drop-off and for your commute to work looks good. Clear skies and some sunshine, a lot of it, 11 o'clock by noon, I should say. Then a few clouds and a few showers possible by, say, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock in the evening. We talked about this earlier. This is the tropical storm Kirk, and it is heading off to the west. The showers and storms are kind of disorganized. The reconnaissance aircraft investigating it found the winds a little less, not as strong, and that's because it's encountering some strong upper-level winds at around 25 knots, and that is going to beat the system up pretty badly as it heads toward the Lesser Antilles. Right now, top winds are at 50. It's moving to the west-northwest at 16, and it looks like it will be a tropical storm as it arrives there tomorrow. And then it opens up to basically a tropical wave in the Caribbean. So it looks like it'll get sheared apart so much that it won't be much of a problem there in the central Caribbean Sea. Now, as far as the rest of the Atlantic goes, we're still watching this center right there, rather impressive gale center with lots of strong winds, but it's way out there in the Atlantic, not a concern for us here along the Sun Coast. Temperatures in the mid-70s right now up and down the coast, even some upper 70s right in the water there at Cortez. The Gulf water temperature is still warm, 87 degrees, and that will keep that humidity high throughout the day tomorrow. Well, currently at the airport, it's 76. The pressure's coming up. High pressure, by the way, is going to build at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere. A little drier air will slip in. That'll happen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That means fewer storms are expected to be around over the weekend. The high today was just above average. And as far as the rest of the U.S. goes, well, there's the front. The cold front is no longer a cold front. It's a stationary front. It's not going to blow on through and cool us down. It has picked up that tropical system, though, and has carried it off into the Atlantic. Look at the cooler temperatures across the Great Lakes and throughout the northern plain states. 50s and 60s and 70s for highs. Doesn't that seem nice? It's a long way off for us, though. Winds out of the southeast, turning to the west at 5 to 10 knots with a light chop out there. And the 7-day forecast is calling for scattered storms tomorrow, less of a chance Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The weekend looking quite nice. Temperatures will warm and continue to warm into the upper 80s to low 90s. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. A new CDC study released today revealed 80,000 people died because of the flu last year. That's the highest number of deaths in 4 decades. ABC's Alana Zach tells us why it's so important to get a flu shot before that virus appears.
Flu season, when everyone seems to catch the bug, generally runs from October to March, and October is right around the corner. Last flu season was brutal, so should we be getting the flu shot now? Because protective antibodies can take up to 2 weeks to develop, it's important to get vaccinated before flu creeps up. And after all, since the flu changes every year, the shots we got last year don't carry over to this season. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend that everyone 6 months or older get vaccinated every season by the end of October. Getting the shot late in the summer may mean a little less protection toward the end of the flu season. But whenever you get it, the flu vaccine means you have more protection than you had before. It's the best defense we have against a disease that can kill, and other people who can't get the vaccine are counting on you to do it. Get the shot. With this Medical Minute, I'm ABC's Lana Zach.
Well, Florida is getting more than $50 million to help fight the national opioid crisis. The Department of Children and Families will use that new federal grant to increase access to medication, treatment, reduce deaths, and equip professionals with necessary tools. The money will be in addition to the $65 million already approved to help combat opioids during this year's legislative session. DCF anticipates that this money will help more than 5,000 people suffering with opioid addictions. The University of Florida Health is one of 5 institutions nationwide selected to help create a groundbreaking 3D cellular map of the human body. That project is expected to help scientists better understand diseases. UF Health researchers decided to map the lymphatic system because it is central to health, and the project may eventually lead to more insights in the battle against 80 autoimmune diseases, from type 1 diabetes to lupus and even some types of cancer. According to a new breakdown of schools nationwide, Florida is ranked as one of the worst states for teachers. That study points to the profession as one of the lowest paying. At the same time, demands for student achievement continue to rise. While the passing of the school tax referendum in both Manatee and Sarasota counties is helping boost teacher pay, many believe overall teaching conditions are getting worse. One former teacher says there's a disconnect between lawmakers in Tallahassee and local teaching professionals.
If they are making these mandates that are either expensive, impossible to meet, or a combination of both, it really makes it difficult to keep teachers in the classroom.
As for the 2 candidates vying to be your next governor of Florida, Republican Ron DeSantis is looking to expand the state's private school voucher program, pledging to spend more money on classrooms. Meanwhile, Democrat Andrew Gillum wants to use extra money to start boosting teacher pay to $50,000. A new study finds many drivers over-rely on technology in their cars to help keep them safe. AAA researchers found that most drivers were not aware of the limitations of newer safety features like forward collision warning, lane keeping assistance, and blind spot monitors. 80% of drivers with blind spot monitors believed the system could detect fast-passing cars, bicycles, or pedestrians. 25% admitted they don't habitually check for oncoming vehicles before merging or backing up. And 29% of those who use cruise control said they sometimes felt comfortable engaging in other activities while that system is in use. The city of Northport is the fastest growing city here on the Sun Coast, and as the city expands, so does its budget, increasing $7 million for 2019. Northport's City Commission agreed to spend more on first responders, larger utility systems, and recreational projects. And that's why this budget includes a lot of new items, including road widening projects, a new drainage improvement system, and multiple ways to bring more jobs to Northport as well.
People want more things to do here in Northport. They want to be able to not only live here in the city, but they also want to be able to work here in the city. They want to spend their free time here in the city.
This new budget goes into effect on October 1st. If you want to see the full breakdown on every project, you can find it on our website at mysuncoast.com. Well, entertainment news is coming up next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel's New Tonight with actor and musician Riz Ahmed.
Some people call you Riz Khalifa.
From ABC's Single Parents, Brad Garrett.
It's a lot of fun. We're having a great time.
And OMG, look who's here.
God, is that you?
Yeah, it ain't Oprah. Kimmel, New Tonight on ABC.
Kettle's got it. Kettle's got it.
Kettle's got what you're looking for at Kettle.com. 17 new car brands, over 1,000 used vehicles, prices and payments you can afford. Credit help if you need it, and they pay cash for your old car. Plus, Kettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Need service? Kettle's got that too.
Kettle's got it.
Visit Kettle.com.
Clogged pores are disgusting. Introducing Dermasuction, the easy way to suck that yuck out of your pores. Dermasuction removes blackheads and dirt from your pores. Just look at everything it extracts. The secret's the gentle vacuum action. Watch as Dermasuction extracts so much yuck, leaving your skin feeling clean and youthful.
The gunk that had been pulled out, I was pretty horrified, but better in the Dermasuction than on my face.
It's almost addictive because you can see all this stuff coming out of your skin that you don't even really know is there.
Call now to order your Dermasuction for just $19.99. We'll also include our small and large body probes, the Sonic Microdermabrasion probe, and the handy travel case, all absolutely free. Order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-213-9301. That's 1-800-213-9301. Or visit dermasuction.com. So call 1-800-213-9301 now.
This fall, experience golf at a higher level, where the courses are exceptionally beautiful and incredibly challenging. On Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, enjoy unlimited golf, including cart and range balls from $112 a day. Beautiful, deadly, irresistible. Is your game ready for the trail? Call 800-949-4444 or visit rtjgolf.com for tee times and get your game on the trail.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs. Most payments are on their way within 24 hours. Yes, sir.
I need medical exams, things like that.
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Well, if you're looking for ways to get into the Halloween spirit with your family, Sarasota County Parks and the Baltimore Orioles are teaming up to present the Halloween Movie Night Spectacular. It'll be on Saturday, October 13th, starting at 5 p.m. You and your family can enjoy games, activities, and photo opportunities, followed by a costume parade, and then at 7 o'clock, a free viewing of the movie Hocus Pocus. Parking and admission is free. Well, we're getting closer to the Atlanta Braves having their stadium finished in Northport. The $125 million project includes more than 6,000 seats, a concourse walkway, a luxury suites, 8 practice fields, and 750 parking spaces. That complex is scheduled to open this spring, when the last spring training game will be played there. Season tickets are already available for the 2020 season, and tickets for the March 24th game will go on sale later this year. Well, get ready, Harry Potter fans. The final trailer is out for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Not only do we get to see more of Johnny Depp's Grindelwald and Jude Law's young Dumbledore, we also learn Claudia Kim is Nagini, a woman who transforms into a snake, Voldemort's trusted pet from the Harry Potter books. Now, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald will hit theaters this November. That's a look at entertainment news. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
So he has 7 different pieces that were fractured, so kind of like a puzzle. So he was very severely traumatized.
Oh, well, workers at the Maryland Zoo found this little turtle in great pain, most likely because he was hit by a car. An intern at the zoo actually came up with this wheelchair design made out of Legos. If all goes well, with continued rehab, the little turtle should be released into the wild within a year. Who knew that you can make a little turtle wheelchair out of Legos?
That was nice of the
so
person
cute.
picking it up, and take care of it like that. Our weather tomorrow looks to be nice too for turtles or tortoises. It looks good. Some showers and storms coming in late in the day, but most of it will be nice.
All right. Thank you so much, Bob, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow evening. Have a good one.